Hello everyone, welcome to our Minimalist Setup YouTube channel. Bigme Hibreak Pro Quick Review. The Bigme Hibreak Pro looks great and works well with pre-built software. The biggest advantage of e-ink is that it's easy on the eyes when reading books. However, text quality varies depending on the screen refresh rate you choose. The HiBreak Pro's e-ink display has the same 300 ppi resolution as the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, so even small text is clear and sharp. It also has a 4,500 mAh battery, a 20-megapixel rear camera, a 5-megapixel selfie camera, a microSD slot, GPS, NFC, an IR port for use as a universal remote, and a fingerprint reader built into the lock button. Hardware. The HiBreak Pro features a 6.13-inch e-ink Carta 1200 paper display with a resolution of 824 by 1648 and 300 ppi. The device comes in white with a slightly recessed screen and no glass protection. Plastic feel. The internal specifications of this phone are 6nm octa-core 2.4 GHz, MediaTek Dimensity 1080 processor, 8 GB RAM, 256 GB storage. There is no SD card slot to expand the storage, but it is enough to store thousands of apps, audiobooks, and ebooks. It has a 20-megapixel rear camera and a 5-megapixel front camera. It supports 4G/5G with dual SIM, 2.4G/5G, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth 5.2, so you can listen to audiobooks, music, and podcasts with wireless headphones or earbuds. Check link in description. Battery life. The battery capacity is 4,500 mAh, which is considered large for an e-ink phone. It's hard to test battery life since you can't simply loop a video, and this phone isn't made for watching videos. Anyway, since I do a lot of reading and web browsing, the battery should last me a day or two. Fortunately, the always-on display isn't a huge battery drainer. Reading an ebook for 1 hour drains 2%. With always-on display on, the battery drains 1% every 2 to 2.5 hours. That means that if you use always-on display all night, you will lose about 3%. Software Bigme Hibreak Pro runs Google Android 14 and gives you full access to the Google Play Store, allowing you to easily download and update millions of apps. Google Play Services is also pre-installed, allowing you to download all the major Google apps, like Google Books, Maps, Chrome, etc. There is a shortcut to the Google Play Store, a screensaver, a bookshelf, an app manager, settings, music, clock, and all the default apps from Google. At the bottom of the screen is the UI with the camera. If you've used a Books or Bigme device, speed mode is a given. HD 256 displays 256 levels of grayscale rather than the usual 16. Reading. There is a default reading app, but considering that you have to sideload all the content, I wouldn't recommend using it. The phone is heavily dependent on apps, but it does have a full Google Play installed. Since it runs Android 14, you have access to all the ebooks, comics, manga, and library services available on the market. This device handles everything at lightning speed. The screen of this device is better than the Kindle. Since there is no glass layer, there is no reflection of overhead lights or glare from sunlight when using the HiBreak. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel.